Hello friends. I've previously done a review on the Andrews Study Bible in the New International Edition, which is this one right here. I'm not going to do another review on that Bible because there's already one up on my channel, but just so you can refresh your memory and see what I'm talking about. I've been using this Bible for quite a while and greatly enjoy it, and would recommend that you go check out my review on my channel previously about this Bible. Today I'm actually doing a review on the Andrews Study Bible in the large print edition. And the reason I have my other one here is so you can see a size comparison on the size difference. Hopefully that'll work for you. Excuse my creaky chair I'm sitting on. We'll move this one out of the way and we're going to take a look at this new Andrews Study Bible in the large print edition for you. So what we have here, on the front cover it looks just like the old-fashioned Bibles you've seen that were Holy Bible, and I like that it says that on the front of it. Now this is only available in the leather soft edition, so you can't get the large print in a genuine leather, but I'm not really too upset about this one. It seems pretty sturdy and durable. Seems like it's going to last for quite a while. But as you can see, aside from that, it looks just like the other ones. It says it's the New King James Version. It tells you down here it is the Andrews Study Bible. So let's open it up and take a quick look at it. Just like with the other Andrews Study Bibles that I've owned or seen, it has several pages of cardstock when you first open it. And it's got, I guess we're not going to call it a presentation page, but a cover page here. And then sort of another one, except they added down here that it's New King James. It says Andrews University Press. And then we got the contents here. And I'm going to go through this pretty quickly because some of my reviews in the past have gone way too long in my opinion. So if you want to see anything in depth, pause the video. Just going to do a quick run through for you. Books of the Bible, maps, introduction, charts and illustrations. You will notice on this particular Bible, I guess I should say on the New International Version I have, it has like a gold theme, like a gold and black theme. And on the previous New King James versions that I've seen, it has like a blue and black, I guess you call it typeface or whatever. This one's unique in that it is basically just black and white. And some people might not like that. I actually kind of do myself. At first I wasn't sure, but it's kind of less distracting than some of those color themes they got in the, I guess you'd call them, more expensive editions. It's just a basic good old Bible, and I actually like that. And to be flat honest with you, the reason I ordered this one is I find myself, as I'm getting older, seeing not nearly as good as I used to. So when I'm reading it these days, I wear bifocals, and so when I found out the University Press released this large print edition, I was all over that. And it only runs like, I think it's 69 bucks, probably close to 80 with tax and shipping and all that if you order it through their website. But quite a bargain. As you can see, the print's very large. There is some bleed through, but to be quite frank and honest, even on their more expensive editions, there's bleed through. So again, that's not really anything you're trading off on the price, because my premium leather edition, which I just showed you, that's New International Version, even has bleed through. It has thicker pages, but still has a little bleed through. So if you don't like that, this might not be the Bible for you, but it doesn't bother me. Truthfully, most Bibles I own have some bleed through, and I have several in my personal library. Okay, so here we get a look at the color theme. And just to show you what I'm talking about, let me get over here. Let's do it this way. Let me open up a little further here. Okay, so let me show you something. We're in the book of Genesis, about the 33rd chapter. Let me grab my New International Version, and this is the premium leather edition here on the New International Version. Let me show you what I mean about the color scheme. Okay, so when you open it up, you see how it's got the gold color scheme going on? And then the center column has gold or tan. I'm not sure what you call that. I call it gold. So there's what the notes look like in yet. Again, this is just for comparison. I'm going to get back to the other one. And I'm doing this one-handed, so bear with me as always. Okay, you'll notice there's no gold color scheme going on here. It's just plain black and white. But to me, that's not a problem. The study notes down here at the bottom are very readable, even though they're not quite showing up as good on the... There we go. So see, they're still bold-faced on the titles, and then you can read it very clearly. No problems there. In fact, I'm going to leave it zoomed in for a minute so you can actually see the pages maybe a little clearer. Again, in the other Bible I own, the New International Version, this would be like that gold color. So here you get basically just like a black and white. I guess a typeface is what we call it, headings. I do like that the Andrew Study Bible has the titles, tells you what you're reading. If you've watched my videos before, you know that's a pet peeve of mine, that Bibles that don't have that. But I absolutely love this thing, I really do. It's well put together, it lays flat. I mean, look at that. Just a beautiful Bible for a very bargain price. To be quite honest, if I hadn't already purchased the Premium Edition New International Version, and I had this one first, I probably wouldn't have ordered that one if I'd have seen it. I mean, it's got a nicer cover, I admit that, but it's not quite as easy to read, and to be honest, I prefer New King James Version over New International Version, but I'm going to keep it because I do love the Andrew Study Bible, and it's nice to have it in both translations for reference in my studies. Zoom out just a little bit here. Okay, as I promised, I'm not going to take a long time with this review. I'm just thumbing through to let you see what you got here. Let me get to the beginning of a book. So just like in the other Andrew Study Bibles, you've got the title pages that tells you about the history of the book you're reading, gives you background, kind of inside information from the scholars. Really neat stuff. And the notes here again, I like how in the Andrew Study Bible they're well below the Word of God. You got the Word of God up top, and then you come down here for your reference notes from the scholars. So, love the way that's laid out. Now this is a really big Bible. If you look at my desk here, you can see it takes up most of it. So that's not a complaint to me because it just makes it easier to read. I like big Bibles. But this is maybe not one you'd want to carry to church. You definitely can, but even going to church most days, I'll probably be carrying my smaller Bible. Some days I actually use my Sword Study Bible. If you've seen my previous videos, you know I'm a big fan of it as well, and I do still use it also. But for good old-fashioned in-depth Bible study, you cannot beat the Andrew Study Bible. I admit, when I first started using it, and I may have reflected this in past videos, I wasn't quite as big a fan of this one as I was some of the other ones that are available, but I gotta be honest, after a few years, it's really grown on me. Especially since I bought the new commentary set, which I'm also going to do a review on right after this one. So let's get back here to the back of it. I promised you I wasn't going to take too long. I'm trying to keep that promise. And the maps are in black and white. Again, and some of the other editions are blue and black, gold and black. But in this one, you just pretty much get black and black. But to my knowledge, I haven't seen a review on this Bible on YouTube, so I thought I'd be the first one to maybe do it. Because I was very excited to learn that it was available in the large print edition. Okay, we're at the book of Revelation. I'll slow down here just a bit. It's got maps here. It says churches addressed in Revelation. got the outline, which is very neat. Zoom in on that. Gives you a whole outline of the book of Revelation. Again, if I'm moving too fast, pause the video. And it's got a neat little chart back here. Oh, I turned right to it. We zoom in on this one. This is the events of the millennium. Now, all the Andrews Study Bibles I've seen, even the smaller editions, have this. In the New International Version, again, this would be gold heading here. And but I really like that. That's a pretty neat little overview of the millennium. You get your notes about the millennium here. So really like that. And at the end of the book of Revelation, we have the study helps. I went just a little past it. Okay, so right here at the end of the book of Revelation, you have your study helps. Following the Bible. And then we have, of course, the concordance. I'm sorry, this is the Bible reading plan. It does have a concordance as well. And I really like this thing about the Andrews Study Bible. It has an annotated theme index on certain topics. Basically, it's like a topical Bible study on different topics. And just a note, the print is not blurry. That's my phone not wanting to focus. Here we go. It's a little better. I had to zoom in a little closer. Again, you can see a little bit of bleed through, but also, again, on my smaller, more expensive version, it has bleed through also, so don't let that hinder you from buying this, because most of them have it. And here we have the concordance. It's a pretty decent little concordance. Not the most exhaustive I've ever seen, but definitely not the worst. With the internet these days, I'm not sure who really uses these much anymore anyways. I do still have an old-fashioned Young's and Strong's that I use. The Young's being my preferred. But anyways, that's what you get. I just wanted to show it to you. And this one a little longer than I anticipated, but not too bad. I hope you enjoyed the tour of this Bible. And they're available on the University Press website from Andrews University. And flip it back over one last time for you. I apologize about my desk light being bright there, but that's what you get. And this again is the large print Andrews Study Bible. I hope you enjoyed this.